Perfect.
Of course, there's a siren right when we hit record.
That's how it goes.
It's gone.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to Allie in Sweatpants. My name is Allie,
My name is Chris.
and I am wearing sweat shorts.
I'm wearing sweatpants.
Today, we decided we were going to try to film in our beautiful backyard, and we're going to film an everything I've knit for my boyfriend video.
I'm the boyfriend.
And it's a lot.
Yes.
I think we should start with garments.
Really?
So I don't remember the exact specifications of everything that I made because it's been a couple years even for some of them. But I remember the yarns and I remember the patterns for most of them. And so we're just gonna have fun. I will obviously link all the patterns below as I always do, in case you would like to make them.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay. You just totally cut my train of thought.
Sorry.
Oh yes, okay, so everything is in the size medium equivalent of the pattern because he is a size medium boy.
Mm-hmm.
So that will typically be like the third size in most patterns, I would say. And yeah, if you're new here, a very warm welcome. Chris is not usually in the videos, but we thought it would be fun to do this with him since he is the recipient of these knits. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm very excited to see you. So should we get into it?
Sure. Should I do this one first?
Why don't you do is it?
Well, it's on top.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so we're not gonna go in chronological order, but I remember the first couple that I made, so I'll talk about that. This is one that I actually knit because I was gonna sell it on Etsy, and then I decided I didn't want to try to do that, and so I gave it to Chris. It's like self-drafted, but it's actually, I used all the stitch count and the construction from this sweater that I'm wearing, which we'll also talk about. Like the stitch pattern I got from this, the stitch count, the shaping, hold for siren.
Can I put it on?
Sure. I just don't know if the siren's annoying.
Oh.
So yeah, he hasn't worn this one very much because I think he only realized today that it was for him.
Yeah, I didn't really know. I thought it was
So
for
the
you.
sleeves are like a little short because I was still learning. But it's in, go on, give him a little close up. Give him a nice little detail shot slowly so they can see the stitch pattern. Okay, that's good. So this was knit flat in pieces, bottom up, and then seamed together, which my mom probably did for me. I knit it in Lion Brand Re-Up, I think. It's their 100% recycled cotton yarn in the ecru or ecru colorway, which is just a really nice creamy white. If I had knit it for you in mind, I probably would have made the sleeves and the body length a little bit longer.
That's fair.
But I feel like the width of the body fits really nicely.
Yeah. It's soft. It's warm.
Mm-hmm. Like, would you wear it?
I'd wear it, yeah, I think just
even
like...
as is?
I'd wear it as is. I mean, yeah, a little longer on the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little tighter.
Mm-hmm.
But the torso is good, you know? Maybe a little longer, but I'd still wear it.
Okay. Because the other thing, too, since it's 100% cotton, there's a good chance the more you wear it,
The more it'll stretch.
the more it will stretch over time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I'll throw it in the mix.
Okay. So that gets a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool stitch pattern. It's like, at least when it was knit flat, it's 3 rows of knit, purl, and then 1 row of, I think, just knit or just purl. But it created a really cool texture. I can't remember where on this sweater. Okay, yeah. So on this sweater,
Should we do that one next?
yeah, we can. It's this segment. And this is another one that I knit for him. And this was actually a vintage pattern that I found on Etsy because I did not know of Ravelry or Knitting Instagram at the time. And I think it was called like the country sweater or something. I don't know. I would have to look up the designer and things. But again, it's knit flat in pieces, bottom up. The sleeves are knit flat, and then everything is seamed together. But I think the instructions for this, it was knit the sleeves bottom up and then sew them on. But I learned from the next sweater that we're talking about how to pick up stitches so you don't have to seam them on. And so I kind of like jerry-rigged these 2 sweaters to be able to do that and knit down with decreases as opposed to up with increases. So this is just a fun sweater. It has like moss stitch and then a little stockinette panel and then the knit 1, purl 1 row, stockinette, garter, and then I don't know what that stitch is, but this is when I was still twisting my stitches. I didn't know that I was twisting my stitches. But
I remember that. That era.
Yeah, that era. But I was twisting my purl stitches. I was wrapping the yarn around my purl stitch the opposite way that it should have been. So it was twisting my knit stitches. But this I knit in veganyarn.com's worsted base in the fern colorway, which is just a really pretty like grassy tonal green color, which is I think it's like a 50-50 cotton bamboo blend. Is there an ant on the lens on your side? On the top? Now going to my side?
Not anymore.
Okay. So this is now mine because it shrank in the wash. It did fit him really nicely.
Initially.
Yeah. And then we washed it and it's like a crop top on him now. So unfortunately the sleeves are too long for me, but the body is too short for him. So
it works.
It works. What are you going to do?
For us.
Shall we go on to the next?
Yep.
So the next was the second sweater I had ever made for him and the first sweater I had ever knit in general and the first sweater I ever knit for him. You can put it on.
Just put it on the back of my chair, I guess.
Okay. I knitted out of 100% acrylic yarn, the Caron Simply Soft in the Tweeds range, which I do love the look of, but
I like this one a lot. The yarn's cool, and the pattern's really cool.
nice.
Okay.
No, it's okay. So again, well, I should have prepared because I'm pretty sure this one is designed by like a semi well-known yarn or knitting. Careful of like rubbing on that too much.
Yeah. Watch out, Regus.
I'm not moving.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now you have me paranoid about my microphone.
Well, I just noticed it was covered.
What was I? You really keep.
Sorry, you were talking about the
okay,
pattern.
this is also knit. Is this knit in the round? No, okay, so this is also knit flat and seamed, bottom up again. It's funny that my first few sweaters were not only bottom up, which I now am not a huge fan of, but were also knit flat and seamed, which I'm also not a huge fan of. So that's kind of interesting. But at the time I didn't mind at all. I actually really enjoyed it. And this one I'm pretty proud of, I have to say, because there's like different stitch patterns and all while decreasing, and Chris actually helped me with this one because I didn't realize to pick up stitches you like put your needle through the edge and then pulled the working yarn through. So we took a big straight wooden knitting needle. I actually think I have a photo of it that I can insert, and we just shoved it through the edge of the sweater, and it was just so difficult and tight, and we got the stitch count wrong like 4 times because it needed to be centered on the shoulder so that the sleeve wasn't crooked, and but I think it turned out really nicely. It's one that you kind of still wear a lot.
I wear a lot.
It's grown a lot in length.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if he wears it a few times between washes, it gets pretty long and it doesn't look great. But
It's super warm though.
How is it like wind-wise?
It's good with the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
want to
just that
say
one that.
Yeah. I want to say it was knit on like 4 or 5 millimeter needles, but again, I'll have to check on that. Again, the stitches are all twisted, but it looks kind of cool. Like it gives the stockinette
I like it.
like a nice texture. And also, it's funny because at this point, I think I had discovered Knitting Instagram. No, maybe not, because I hadn't when I bought. Anyway, I think I had, or at least I had discovered Petite Knit on Pinterest, and I had seen the folded over necklines, and I didn't know that they were folded over. So I wanted to do that on this one, but I just knit like a longer neck and then bound off, thinking that that's what would make that kind of neckline, and quickly realized that is not what makes that kind of neckline, but I still think it looks nice.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Pretty pleased with that one, really.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go on to the next?
Sure.
Anything you would change about it?
No.
I think the length. I think it's too long.
I mean, yeah, if anything, the length, but it doesn't bug me.
Good. Okay. Next is something he's never worn.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I wore it to work.
Okay. The next he's only worn out of pure desperation from the
No.
cold.
No.
It's something that I knit him this year for Christmas, actually, with the same yarn that I knit this sweater out of, which is the veganyarn.com worsted out of the Fern colorway. And this is the Friday Slipover by Petite Knit.
Is that not the same yarn?
I just said that.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
confirming.
Yeah, I just said that.
It's my sweater vest.
It is. Go ahead and hold it up, like close. Show the details. Very good. Ah, a bug.
Pro?
Ah, a bug. Huh?
Pro?
Yeah, good. Where's Simon?
He was right there by the... Simon! There he
What are you
is.
doing back there? Stinker. So this is actually one of my favorite things I've ever made. I think it looks really professional. I think the details... What are our neighbors doing now?
Sounds like a grinder.
Should we pause?
Sure.
Or do you think it's okay? I hope
Probably
it's
hear it.
okay. These are the sounds of summer. But I think it's one of my most professional looking pieces. I think... Sorry, I try not to talk with my mouth covered in case people need to read lips.
Oh. I didn't say anything.
I know you were blocking me.
Oh, sorry.
I just think the details, like, around the armholes look so, just, like, really, I don't know, just really nice, really refined. It was really fun to knit. Not there, like, under the armpits. Yeah. I think it might still be focused on me.
That's on me.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
Yeah.
It was a really fun knit. It was top down. I'd never made a vest before. I'd never made anything with this kind of construction before. And I really enjoyed the process. It's in broken rib, which I don't necessarily love knitting, especially when it's 1x1 broken rib, but I do love the effect of it afterwards. I think it just looks, it's giving old Irish sheep herder grandpa vibes in the best possible way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that can only give good vibes.
Yeah.
You know?
I just got to get better at styling it. Okay.
What is that?
Squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key is like if you were wearing a long sleeve black t-shirt.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like styling it better, you know.
Because I think that would look really nice.
Yeah.
I think it's just when you've tried with the like gray button up, I think it's too thick.
Yeah.
But
it's really warm.
yeah, I really like it. It's been washed, and I actually made this a tad bit longer because of this incident. So it did not shrink to
It's a good length.
to a crop top. But I might steal it if he doesn't start wearing it because I really like how it looks. And I think tucked into like some high-waisted jeans.
You can borrow it.
Okay.
You need to ask though.
No, I don't.
Should we move
Anything
on?
you would change about it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this might be quicker of a video than I thought it was going to be.
I mean,
No, it's okay.
yeah. I mean, maybe like a black or a gray. But I like it in the green too.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
I just like styling it, you know, I feel like.
We had talked about it in the green.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I ran the pattern by you.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a surprise.
No, it wasn't a surprise. I just like, in my head I was like, it'll be easy to
Style.
style. I can just throw it on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then in reality I'm like, I need to,
Well, I think
it needs
like
to work
white,
better.
navy, or black
yeah,
long sleeve.
yeah. Which I don't wear that often. 'Cause
No.
It's pretty warm here.
Yeah, not this past winter.
Yeah, but
But also it might be nice as like a layering piece, like if you know you're going to wear a coat or a jacket
that's
and
why
you're
I've
not
used
going to take it off.
That's why I've used it as like a layering piece.
Yeah. Cuz then it will just look like a sweater under your
Yeah.
jacket. On to the next.
Okay.
On to the first sweater that I ever made
Ever.
and made for him.
The world's first
Excuse
sweater.
me. Haha. You're so funny.
Thank you.
And I made it for him, and it's crochet. So I don't remember the designer, but it was called like the father sweater or something.
This one's nice.
Yeah, other than
She put this little green dot in there. So I know which way is the back. Sorry.
no, it's okay. Other than one of the ones we're going to show, which we'll note, this is probably your most worn.
Yeah.
I mean, you've worn the light gray one a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but you, especially when it's really cold, you tend to gravitate towards this one.
This one's just really... Sorry. This one's just really thick.
It is all askew.
Well, give me a second.
So I honestly, I can't remember anything about the details. Let me see the... It's like maybe a half double crochet through the whole thing. My mom helped me a lot. My mom crochets a lot. and our family friend who knits and crochets helped us figure out the like faux knitted ribbing. But yeah, I don't even remember what spurred it on, but Christmas 2020, I think I had just discovered maybe Bee Mandarins, Melody Hoffman on YouTube. And I can't remember what made me want to do it, but I crocheted 3 of these that Christmas.
Oh,
We're just going to cut that out.
got it.
I don't know what inspired me, but I crocheted 3 of these that Christmas. One for Chris, one for our friend Joey, and one for a friend of mine. All in different colors, all in different sizes. And I got them all done in time.
Yeah.
And I did this one in secret.
Mm-hmm. I'd say most of this was in secret.
Yeah. Most of them have been Christmas gifts.
Which is the most impressive thing.
Well, you work long hours.
Yeah, but come home and you normally have all your projects on the couch.
Yeah, but I have multiple projects at all times.
I know, but I normally see them all on the couch.
Not when I hide them.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, most of them have been, maybe a couple have been birthday. I usually do socks for birthdays.
Yeah.
And garments for Christmas.
Sorry.
Unless it's like a big birthday. It's fine. Cover your mouth. But yeah, I did definitely struggle with this one a bit. I knitted out of, again, Karen Simply Soft 100% acrylic in the charcoal color, which is super affordable, super soft. It washes really well. It has grown. This is a pretty heavy sweater.
Yeah.
You were saying this winter it's pretty windproof.
It's pretty windproof. It's super warm.
Mm-hmm.
It feels heavy, so like when we're chilling,
Mm-hmm.
it's like wearing a blanket.
Yeah, you love it like post shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when I feel like you pull it on a lot.
Yep. It's nice.
Yeah. Anything you would change? The sleeves look a bit long, but that could be...
It could just be because it hasn't been
yeah.
washed, like...
And I think, again, these were crocheted cuff up, which I find kind of hard to judge.
I also don't mind, like, an oversized sweater.
Yeah, I know. But also, we were, like, new-er. It was, like, around our 1-year anniversary,
Yeah.
and I still don't feel like I had a very good sense of your...
Size.
Yeah, like your proportions. Like now I just use Dad, and I know that his arms and torso more or less, match yours. But then I didn't know. I thought you were this big tall boy.
I am. I'm like 6'2".
Yeah, okay. Should we do the next one?
Yeah.
Next is his one and only cardigan, which was, again, a Christmas gift surprise. It is the Miles jacket by Witch Red Designs. I knit it in 2 strands of... What was it? Stylecraft Naturals. Their bamboo cotton blend in this like beautiful chocolate brown. Nice. Slowly.
On the button.
Cool. So I hated making this, and I've talked about that before on the channel, and I feel bad because it has nothing to do with the pattern at all. It had to do with my headspace at the time because I was trying to get a lot of Christmas knits done all at once.
That was a lot.
Yeah, and the yarn just, I don't know, it seems like it should be fine, but it just felt bad. I don't like how the button band sits because it's the neck and the cuffs and the hem and the button band are all folded over. And so I think that might have been the first time I'd ever done it. What's Daddy doing?
What up, Bubba?
Oh,
Come on.
have you been snacking? Hi. Oh, you're covered in goodness knows what.
He's been exploring.
Yeah. So there's just things. I'm not particularly proud of this piece. Like, I feel bad when I look at it and when I see it because I know I didn't give it the attention it deserves. And the button band's funky because I think it's supposed to have, like, what are they called, where they, like, snap closed type of buttons where you secure it to the inside, and I kind of modified it to accommodate normal buttons, so I, like, added buttonholes myself into the button band.
I like it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer on the waist.
Yeah,
and
that
a
was
little
another issue. It wasn't quite...
shorter on the arms.
Yeah, it wasn't
but
quite long enough. The double knitted cuffs last year started unraveling. Remember we were walking
Yeah.
at our old place, and I was wearing it, and I, like, looked down, and it was just
falling
ends
apart.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I just salvaged that, and I feel like it could do with...
Wasn't there an armpit thing? Or am I crazy?
I don't know. And I wish there was, like, one more button up top, because it just kind of, like, flaps. It's really not that bad, but it's not...
Still gives that, like, vibe, though.
Like, I wouldn't want to
Cardigan.
buy it.
I'd buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
The buttons are beautiful. They're handmade. Got them off Etsy. I think you actually picked them out. I, like, showed you the options at the store. They were a nice, like, varnish.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah. Because it came off in the wash.
oil them.
Well, I've bought other wooden buttons off of Etsy that went through the wash just fine and kept the finish.
Yeah, I think it depends if it's like
What they finish it with.
well, yeah, if it's more of like an all natural
Yeah.
kind of one versus like something that's a bit more like.
Because I know Martina from We
Industrial.
Grow Wild, for her wooden buttons, she puts in a little note like every couple of washes to, give them love again with a little bit of like a very neutral, gentle oil to bring back the life in them. So we got to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll leave it up to you. I'm totally fine ripping this out and making you something else with the yarn.
I still want the cardigan though.
Okay.
But
You want that cardigan or you want a cardigan?
I'd like a cardigan.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I like it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Mhm.
That's the important thing, really. And another thing I might do is go into the buttonholes and kind of fasten them. Like, make the holes a little bit smaller. Because, see, if you look at this top button... Maybe you stand up so we can show them. This top button, there's, like, a lot of room on this side. And I'm thinking if I sewed it closed, it wouldn't pull so much. Because it's not too big, so there's no reason for it to be... It really doesn't look that bad. I think I'm just
That's what I'm saying. It looks good. I think you know.
Yeah.
It hits that vibe though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was 2 strands held together, so it is like...
It's thick.
It's thick.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's a nice color on you.
Yeah.
Again, we were going for like English granddad vibes. Drop shoulder, which this might be one of the only drop shoulder designs that I've knit. And yeah, it's not like I don't recommend the pattern. I think the pattern is great. The product's beautiful. I just don't think that I gave it the attention that it deserved, really. On to the next.
Yeah.
This one's getting ripped out. We saved it just for this video.
Oh yeah.
This is I'm pretty sure it's called the Truffle Sweater by Knitting for Olive. It's knit on like big needles. And I just didn't have thick enough yarn for it. This is the Knit Picks Shine Worsted in the Wallaby colorway, which is a really beautiful like gray, brown, green.
I like the color a lot.
I like the color a lot too. I'm gonna make you an Aosta sweater with it.
Yeah.
Which is my burgundy one that I wear all the time.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's no front or back.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's in all over broken double moss stitch, I think. And the ribbing it looks like a 3x3, which is nice. And it has like a chunky raglan. I really like the pattern and I want to make it, but this was not the yarn. And I might play with the gauge like I did with the Aosta sweater and maybe go down a needle size. But I just did a normal bind off and I did it like 3 times and it's still just so tight. It annoys me. It's a little too short. I think this was the other thing I was knitting while I was knitting the mile. No, this one you knew about. But it's just like the arms get really like fishnetty almost when it gets worn in, and
It's really light.
it's just not quite right.
It's really light and airy.
Yeah.
That's the...
It's not warm at all.
No, I feel like I'm wearing less clothes than before.
Yeah.
Like it's...
Than before your t-shirt?
Oh yeah, it's like...
Oh god.
No, literally, but a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
it's too short. I was impatient. But I love the color.
Yeah, I love the color. I love the length.
Yeah.
That's great.
The body should be longer though.
Maybe a little,
like in the
but...
back, it's rising because there's no short rows in this pattern. Wow, is the neighbor dog like really annoying?
He's having some issues.
What was I saying? I really like the pattern
length?
and I want to make it.
Yeah.
I just think I either need to do something where I hold it double or find a thicker yarn. I think it's a really beautiful pattern. It's just this was not the yarn for it at all. Yeah?
Yeah.
On to the last sweater.
Yep.
Last and favorite?
I'd say so.
I'd say so.
One of my favorites for sure.
Simon, come see me. I think this video is messy.
Sorry.
No, not your fault.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know you're doing extra editing because of me.
No.
Oh.
No. We're almost done. Kind of. So this one I knit... No. Okay, maybe we're good. This one I knit semi-recently. It is the Handsome sweater by Petite Knit. It's a beautiful basic... I don't like basic. It's a beautiful classic staple raglan sweater, top down, folded neckline. I knit it in Lion Brand Touch of Linen, which we may all know by now is my favorite. I can't remember the color name. I think it was like Cypress or Evergreen or something. And it's a 50-50 cotton and linen blend yarn. If I were going to do it again, I would make the body a little bit longer because in the back it rides up even with the short rows. We did put elastic just in the very edge of the cuffs because they just kind of got floppy after a few hours of wear. Yeah. And you mentioned that was kind of bugging you, which I don't blame you. And I still might go back and put elastic in the neckline because, yeah, you know, when you do that and you wear it for a while, it kind of like drapes forward. And so with a little bit of elastic, it would just keep it looking, you know, a little bit more...
Yeah. Tight.
Yeah. But you like this one. You wear it all the time.
Yeah. This one I wear all the time. Wear to work.
Yeah.
It's warm. It's, I like the color a lot.
Green.
Yeah. My favorite color.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Would you change like the length or...
No, I mean, maybe like the length, like you said, just because it rides up a little, but I don't really mind that too much. Mm-hmm. Like it does the job and keeps me warm and yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely knit this one again.
Yeah.
It's such a great staple pattern. I would even use it for myself. I think it has really great like proportions going on. I would knit this for myself and I would knit the Friday slipover for myself and I would knit the Truffle sweater for myself. But in a different yarn or a different needle size. Yeah. So that's all the garments. Now, let's go to accessories. So the first ones we have are a pair of fingerless, kind of, mittens. They were a special request.
Yes. I needed something for work when it's night time and it's really cold.
Yep. And so I got the Grow pattern by Fiber Tales, which has a really beautiful like leaf braid motif down the back of the hand. And I knit this with Lion Brand Pima cotton in the pewter colorway, which is leftovers that I had from a sweater I made for my uncle.
Jazz time.
We were told this was a quiet neighborhood.
It was rehearsal earlier.
So yes, I think I knit the biggest size in these, and the pattern is a long ribbing to go over the fingers that you can then fold down if you want to use your hands. So I did that.
I need to use my hands for work.
Yep.
So my fingers especially, I need to like,
Yep.
you know, so mittens were like no good, and gloves were no good, so this was perfect.
And I was worried that maybe they would lean a little bit too feminine, but I don't think so. I think that they look really nice on men and women. I knit my mom a matching pair, and I knit myself a pair out of this yarn, and I really like mine. The only thing I would have done is I think I actually would have made the thumb long the same way the fingers are, so I could fold it down, because I wore mine in Oregon this past fall, and my thumb was getting cold.
They're perfect for work.
Good.
Yeah. Everyone's jealous too.
Are they?
Yep.
Love to hear that. So yes, the Grow mittens by Fiber Tales. Quick knit. I knit 3 in like a week, I think. They were super addictive, super fun. I would totally make these again and again and again as gifts. I think that they look really beautiful. They're not difficult, but they look really intricate. They're just a really effective, beautiful pattern, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Jazz hands.
Okay. I like it as long as I don't get a copyright.
I like it too. I mean, it's nice background music, but yeah, hopefully you don't get a copyright.
So next we actually have 2 Oslo hats by Petite Knit. They're both the second to large. They're hard to show, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're both the second to largest size available. And they're both holding 2 fingering yarns held together. So this one I knit with the Etsy shop 5 Wise Owls. They're Pima cotton base, and I can't remember the name of it. It was something having to do with summer, but it's a really pretty like aqua yellow green colorway. And he has 2 because he has a weather bag for work where he keeps a lot of his, like, he keeps his mittens and he keeps hat and just a lot of really warm things. And so I wanted one for home and then one that he could just keep in there. So he's never like, oh, I want my beanie. And then it's like, oh, shoot, I left it at home because I wore it to blah, 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 blah. So there's that one. And then this one, which is my favorite. I think it suits him the best.
This is my favorite too, I think.
I knit it with the Hobby rainbow yarn in the fingering weight in the like army green colorway. And I just think it's really nice. I think the decreases look really, it just looks like store-bought, which is not always the goal with hand knits at all. But I think this is just one of those patterns that looks super professional, super clean, like down to the detail. One thing that I do different, and I'm not sure if I did it, tilt towards me. Okay, I didn't do it on this hat, but I did it on this one, is instead of, like, you know when you get to the last decreases of a hat, it usually has you pull the yarn through and then pull it tight and then secure it down. I always find that over time that hole just opens up. So now what I've started doing is I Kitchener stitch those last few stitches together like you would at the edge of a toe, and it just completely closes the hat. It's really secure and it doesn't get gapey over time.
Yep.
So yeah. And then we have one more beanie, which kind of has gone to the wayside now that we have the Oslo hats.
It's not as thick, but it is.
No. And it was just self-drafted. I didn't use a pattern. I knit it with the leftover Knit Picks Shine Worsted in the Wallaby colorway. You did take it on a trip to Yosemite with us.
Yeah. This could be like a summer night walk, kind of a beanie.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
just
warm.
But it's not as
those.
warm.
No, it's not as warm, but
I mean, it looks cute. It looks
yeah,
really
it's cute.
nice,
It's
but
It's her hair.
Yeah.
It's cute.
but it's just not anywhere near as warm.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now, last order of business.
Socks.
Socks.
I got lots.
And this will show you, if you can't tell already, how lucky he is.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be knit-worthy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
I had 2 piles.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was a pile.
Yeah.
And then this was a pile.
Okay, so I've kind of categorized the socks.
What does these ones fall into?
They fall into this category.
Let's start with that.
Okay, I've kind of categorized these by type of heel. So we'll start with the Morse Hell pattern by Inga of Knitting Traditions. This was his favorite heel construction. Can you get it any higher? Nice, hold it, hold it, hold it. Give it a little tilt. Nice. A little tilt the other way. No. Like the top of your foot. No. Never mind. This was his favorite heel construction for a long time, and maybe it still is, and I'm just kind of on a heel flap and gusset kick, but a lot of his socks are using this pattern. So those I knit out of veganyarn.com's sock base in the Vanilla Sprinkles colorway. Hi, baby. I know you don't have any socks, but I don't think you'd want to wear them anyway.
No, you can
Oh, look,
eat
he's
'em.
getting black fur on his back. He just sprouts new black fur all the time. He didn't used to... Never mind. I don't know if you guys care. So yeah, we'll just go kind of, I'll hold up a pair, you hold up a pair.
Sure.
These are also using the Morse Hell pattern. These are knit with a Regia cotton sock yarn. Those are knit with a Universal Yarns Bamboo Pop sock yarn, which is a cotton bamboo elastic blend, and this is a cotton polyamide polyester blend. All the done ones over there.
I like these ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad you like them, though.
These ones are they get a little loose.
Loose, yeah.
Sometimes.
The yarn is thinner.
Yeah.
And for him, I knit all of his socks, except for one pair, on 2.5 millimeter needles with 60 stitches. So this pair is knit with LaRue cotton. It was a one-of-a-kind sock set. It's a beautiful, like, mermaid aqua
Yeah, I like
color.
these ones.
This was a birthday gift, so I did them a little special. I did like a 5x1 rib. These I knit with veganyarn.com's base in the, I think, teak colorway. It's a 3x1 rib. This was my first ever ribbed sock
Oh.
that I made.
I like both these ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Mm-hmm. So these are super fun Christmas socks that I made for him. I think they look really nice. I made them out of Universal Yarns Bamboo Pop Sock in their solids colorway.
These ones are fun.
Yeah. And I think it was like pomegranate red and...
Good combo starters.
Huh? Combo starters?
Combo, like conversation starters.
Oh, yeah. My
Everyone
mom's
loves-
really jealous. Every time
Yeah.
she sees them, she asks for a pair.
Mm-hmm.
And then these are knit out of Regia cotton sock in the watermelon colorway.
Watermelon, sugar.
Hi. So that's it for the Morse Hell.
Love those both.
Now, we have only 2 with the German short row heel technique, which is the first one I ever learned. These are actually the second pair of socks I've ever made. First pair was for my mom, second pair is for Chris. This is with veganyarn.com sock base. It was a one-of-a-kind colorway. And I just wanted to show, because he wears these all the time, all day, to work, in his shoes, in his boots. And I just wanted to do a little update of how they have worn, because I knit these
At least 2 years ago.
at least 2 years ago. So, like, that's pretty good.
And I wear all my socks pretty much every day.
Yeah, we both wear
Yeah.
hand knit socks every day.
But like to work, and I'm working like 12-hour days.
Yeah,
so
on your feet all day.
Yeah.
So he's walking all day.
They hold
I've
up
worn
really
them
nice.
hiking. So those are knit with Regia cotton sock in the kiwi colorway.
Kiwi sugar.
Uh-huh. I will say veganYarn.com sock base. It used to be a cotton bamboo, organic cotton bamboo elastic blend. Simon, don't eat the grass, baby.
Come here.
And now it's a cotton tencel elastic blend, I believe. Where'd you put it? Okay.
Because they're all done. So I just.
So let's do these next.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the next ones are all heel flap and gusset socks.
These ones are one of my faves.
Yeah, these ones also look really, really nice.
Because they're in green, and that sweet little detail. I feel like a classy gentleman.
Mm-hmm. So these are the Grow socks by Fiber Tales. I've knit the Grow shawl mittens. Oh no, they're not the Grow mittens. They're like the Hydra mittens. Sorry, but they have one of the same. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you. Bless you.
I think I'm good, thank you. They have one of the same leaf motifs. Sorry, the mittens are the Hydra mitts. These are the Grow socks. I love everything that she brings out with this beautiful.
Sorry. Here.
With this beautiful like leaf, motif on it. I think it's just really beautiful. These are with veganYarn.com sock base, again in the fern colorway, which is the same as this. Very nice, Chris. Thank you. These were gifted yarn. So these are thicker. I think they're
my only wool ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are with Regia Tweed yarn, which is a cool tweed. It's like a red, teal, orange tweed, and it's. Can I just see one?
Yep.
It's ribbed. Stop trying to show me up.
I'm trying to model these.
They're knit either 48 or like 52 stitches because it's a thicker yarn, and I think I did it on 3.25 millimeter needles, and they're a bit scratchy, you say.
They're a bit scratchy, but when I'm wearing my boots and they like kind of, because like when the boot compresses everything, then you don't feel, like I only feel the itch like around my ankles when I'm wearing shoes, because that's because it's just like on my leg and there's nothing like holding them down.
This could be another thing you just leave in your weather bag.
Yeah, that's true too, for cold nights.
Yeah. So these ones I actually knit 64 stitches because this is the Barocco Comfort Sock, which is 100% synthetic fibers, so it has no stretch really. I did 3x1, I think 3x1 rib. Yep, 3x1 rib. It's a beautiful colorway, I think. It's like an avocado and...
Another one of my faves.
Yeah, me too. I will say it's like... It gets weird in the wash sometimes.
Yeah, there's something weird about it, but...
But other
still
times
like it
it's
a
like
lot.
super, super soft and fluffy and beautiful, so... I don't know, but I really, really like these ones. And I like working with this yarn. I think it's really nice. This isn't one of your newest pairs.
It's not?
It is. This is one of your newest pairs.
The newest.
And then the last heel flap and gusset is this pair, which was, I think, another birthday, a birthday pair. This is with one of Universal Yarn Bamboo Pop Sock.
Crazy detail. What do you call that?
It's the Hermione's Everyday pattern.
Okay, it's the pattern. It's not like a... Okay.
It is a, I don't know what the stitch would be called. So you can't see the pattern super well with the patterning of the yarn, but I kind of just needed something to keep me entertained while I was knitting them. And I do think they look nice when the sun hits them correctly.
They're fun.
Yeah, it's one of Universal Yarn Bamboo Pop Sock's newer, like, self-striping colorways. It's nice blues and greens and a little bit of yellow. You wear that one a lot when you remember that they're yours.
Yeah. It blurs the line.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
Especially when we don't put our laundry away.
yeah.
And so the rest of his socks, which I really feel like you have more, but...
I'm sure there is. I looked everywhere. There might be some
Yeah.
stuff that we haven't unpacked
The
yet.
rest are all shorties that I made for him last fall.
Mm-hmm.
Last late summer, early fall, for a trip he was going on for work. I knocked all these out in like a week. I was a machine with these. It was, and I thought you had 5, but we could only find 4.
I'm sure I have 5.
So this one was, it's ribbed. It's a 3x1 rib. And I did the Morse Hell sock. These ones actually took quite a few tries to get correct because they were slipping down. And then once we got these right, I was able to just knock all these out. So this is the Regia cotton sock in the lemon lime colorway, which is leftovers that I had from knitting my sister a pair of socks. And I didn't have quite enough, so I just did white toes. Can they see that? Is it blown out?
No.
Okay.
We're in the shade.
Yeah. So
The
these...
5th pair is the green one.
No, there was another pair I thought like
these?
this. Yeah.
This is the same as the other one.
Leftovers. With just some plain tan contrasting. These were, again, I think I did 56 stitches for the cuff, and then for the rest of it, I increased to 60 stitches on 2.5 millimeter needles, just so that the cuff would hug a little bit more.
Oh, he's getting a stick.
Oh, did he pull it off the bench?
Yeah, I think so.
Good boy, getting your stick. This, I can't remember the name of this sock yarn, so I'll put it on the screen. Oh, this is a heel flap and gusset. This is the Morse Hell pattern in just this really pretty blue. Ouch. Ouch. There's a stick in my... There's a stick in my shoe. And I really like these ones. I think I have enough to make myself a full pair of socks in this color. And it was a really... What the heck?
What?
Look at the stuff on the heel.
Oh. Must be from...
The dryer.
Yeah.
It was really nice to work with. I made his mom a pair, actually, of socks in this bright blue color for Christmas. And I really liked working with both. So this was the Morse Hell. And these are a heel flap and gusset.
Nice bright color.
And do any of them slip down when you're wearing them?
Just that green pair.
Yeah, there's another pair I knit in Universal Yarns Bamboo Pop sock, and it's a German short row heel. It's not great. It's too big. It's too loose.
Yeah.
It's not long enough. But do any of these ones that we showed slip down?
Great.
Yeah, I think I did 2.5 centimeters before I dropped the heel. And that seems to be
good.
A good measurement. And I think that's it. I think that's everything I've knit / one crochet for my boyfriend.
For me.
In 4 years.
Yep.
And you've got a
I'm
pair
very
of,
lucky.
You are.
Yep.
You've got a pair of socks and a sweater in the works.
Yes.
Another green sweater.
Yes. Different kind though. Different shade.
Yeah. Different shade, different yarn, different type of sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're very lucky.
Yep.
It's a good thing you're knit worthy.
Yep.
And he is. He wears them all the time.
I do.
So that's it. I hope this wasn't a mess. I hope our ambient noise of our neighborhood wasn't too annoying. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were working on something that makes you happy. I hope that you are well. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments if you have any patterns that you love to make for men in your life or just anyone in your life. Because I'm always looking for good gift knit options because I love to gift knit. Any final words?
Nope. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being kind as always. And I will be back when I have more to talk about.
Bye.
Bye.